The name of the company is Matterhorn Business Development. But what the heck does business development mean anyway? Welcome back to the channel. Greg Winteregg here, Matterhorn Business Development, joined today by my beautiful daughter, Abby Johnson. We are certified Profit First professionals and business mentors. Basically, what we do is we help small businesses increase their cash flow and make more profit. Subscribe to the channel. We're pumping out 3 videos a week. We don't want you to miss any of them, so be sure to hit the bell and you'll get a notification. I was online recently and I'm looking at what the heck is business development. There was a video about business development and it had nothing to do with business development. It was all about marketing and sales and customer engagement. And I'm like, well, that's not business development, because business development means developing your business. And that was just all about marketing and sales and lead generation and ClickFunnels. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? Do I not even know what my company does? Well, I know what my company does. I know why I chose the name business development, but it appears to me like there's some confusion. So my genius daughter went online and found a couple of definitions. So start with the one, the one I don't like.
Right. Yeah, and I think what's happened here is kind of corporate America has taken a phrase and made it their own definition but like you said, if you just take the words business development, you could kind of extrapolate from there what it would be, but there's now kind of this corporatized definition, which is kind of lacking.
Right.
So this is the Wikipedia definition. So obviously Wikipedia isn't the most reliable source, but I think it's a good representation of what is like generally understood by this term. So the objectives of business development include branding, expansion in markets, new user acquisition, and awareness. However, the main function of business development is to utilize partners in selling to the right customers. Creating opportunities for value to be ongoing in the long term is very important. So that's all true. You need those.
But it's so myopic. It's so tunnel visioned.
Right.
It's like there's no broad view of developing the business if all you're focusing on is that.
Right, but like you said, you can't just grow or expand a company with only sales and marketing.
Right, so let's say you do this and you find partners and you expand and you go from, $1 million a year to $3 million a year. Okay, well, what happens to all the backroom functions? I mean, you'll crash and burn the company if you're not thinking with a strategy on everything else. And all of those administrative functions to back up that definition have to be in play and have to get just as much importance as the focus there.
I think a good example of this is we started out as a sales training company. We were specifically focused on sales, business development fit that. But as we went into companies, we found they needed help with other things besides just their sales. Their organization was crap. They needed a better HR area.
No CRM.
Right. So.
Oh, and how about this one? Not filing taxes for 3 years.
Right. So we couldn't just go in with blinders on and tell them that we're going to help expand their company by only helping with their sales. So that's when we started getting into the other areas of the business. And that is when we got certified in Profit First as well, because we were growing these businesses by 30 or 40%, and then they had no money.
Right.
Which, by the way, if you want to learn more about Profit First, click the link up there.
And I remember a conversation Abby and Neil and I had. It's like, I named the company Matterhorn Business Development with initially the idea of focusing on sales, not knowing that this was the current definition. Right. Now, there's another definition that I do approve of, which is from Investopedia.
So Wikipedia for investing, finance, whatever.
But this one is actually closer to what I believe to be the real definition of business development. And then I'm going to stick around, I'm going to give you the 4 things you need to focus on, not 24.
Or 1.
Or 1.
Good medium. So from Investopedia, it says, in the simplest terms, business development can be summarized as the ideas, initiatives, and activities aimed towards making a business better. This includes increasing revenues, growth in terms of business expansion, increasing profitability by building strategic partnerships, and making strategic business decisions.
So this brings in now all the key factors.
Right.
Now, I did go online. I'm looking at different YouTube videos, and there's this guy focuses on 12 things, and this one is 8, and I don't know. This one has 1,000 things. Way too confusing. All right. So let me break it down. This is in my book. There are 4 pillars of any business. All right. There's marketing, bringing in new leads, and what business development has been known for, and sales. And they've taken marketing and sales and that old definition or the previous definition and jumbled them all together. They're 2 different things. Mm-hmm. Then you have to deliver what is sold, and you have to organize and manage the operation. So you have marketing, you have sales, you have delivery, and you have management. And so what you need now to develop your business is you need an active strategy in each of those 4 areas. Now, granted, there's going to be, and certain clients that we're working with, we're focusing on one thing more than the other, but we always have 4 strategic plans running concurrently with every client. Some are more hot and getting more attention, and others we're at least keeping something going, developing that 4th thing. So what's been so successful here with our clients at Matterhorn, we're growing by an average of 35% annually with our clients. We have a client who tripled in 6 months. So we work on the 4 business pillars, I call them: marketing, sales, delivery, and management concurrently. So I love the Investopedia definition, and that is how you're going to make your business better.
Yeah, and I think instead of just having one person in the company over business development, I know generally there is a VP of sales and marketing, but we can make another video about how we feel about that. But instead of having just like this expert in business development, the CEO or the leader needs to be an expert in business development, because really business development is business. It's growing a business. Yep. And that comes with all areas of the company. For another example, a lot of our client calls go to employees, like go to talking about employees, problems with employees, who to hire, when to hire, all this HR stuff that if you don't execute correctly, you're gonna flop. You could be making all the sales in the world, but if you aren't correctly hiring for the delivery of your product or service, your business is going to fail. So this is why we wanted to make this PSA about what business development really is if you actually break down the definition of those 2 words, and just let you know that you do need strategies for each area of the business, and you can't only focus on sales and marketing.
Exactly. So get the idea of having a telephoto camera lens and just focusing in on one animal in the zoo, but then it goes back wide angle. This is a wide angle definition of business development. So leave your comments down below. Ask us any questions. We're really pumping out the videos right now. Be sure, again, to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And we'll see you again really soon.